But with that, we got NFL picks. Steve is here. We've got two big games. It's NFL Championship Sunday. I've had a pretty good regular season. Last week, though, Steve, slightly disappointing to me. What do you think?
I mean, not too bad. You were 2-2 last week, so even on the money, you're 7-3 on the playoffs, which is pretty damn good, and 52, 42, and 1 total this season.
I got to write that down to frame it on my fridge. 52, 42, and 1.
Yeah, so we won the Chiefs and the Bills last week. The Eagles killed you on the whole points thing, how that all works. That wasn't fun. But no,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
doing pretty good in the playoffs so far, and just 2 games this week. We're down to the championship Sunday.
All right, let's do it. Let's go AFC first because you're emotionally invested as an Eagles fan. That's my call here on the fly here. What do we got? NFL Championship Sunday.
Understood. Here we go. In the AFC, we have Buffalo going to Kansas City. Kansas City is a 1.5-point favorite.
Man, Bills are one of my Super Bowl predictions. I had Lions, Bills, Lions winning. That's all off. So I can reverse course here if I want. I really loved watching what Buffalo did last week, as much as I hated as a Miami Dolphin fan. And I'm not one of those people that's just going to root against Kansas City because they're at the top of the heap. I'm not going to root against them because Taylor Swift's in the crowd. I like Taylor Swift. I'm glad they're in love. I'm glad Travis Kelce left Twitter or X or whatever and finally got out of there. I love all this here. But I've been saying it all along. Don't worry about their record. Kansas City has not been perfect. I'm talking about in record, but Steve, I've just been following this all year. They've been looking vulnerable. Buffalo has got the entire city behind them. They've always had that, but now there's a little bit of a sense of destiny. Now, I do believe destiny is what brings you to the next choice. It's not necessarily something that's fait accompli, but I really, really, really love what's going on in Buffalo. They've got some holes on defense. It's going to be a shootout. But if I'm taking Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes II this season, I'm going Josh Allen. I think the Bills are going to upset at Kansas City. No point spread to worry about. Big win for the Bills.
Taking the Bills on the road in Kansas City, the big upset, the Super Bowl champion goes down. That's a huge pick. And I have a cute fun fact for you just in the Kansas City Buffalo series. I don't know why you're laughing at me. Just listen to these last few just listen to the last matchups in this or the results of this last matchup, right? So going backwards in time, winners, Bills, Chiefs, Bills, Bills, Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs, Chiefs. That's going back to 2020. The difference there is the times that the Chiefs won, those games were in January. The times that the games that the Bills won were in October, November, or December.
Look, and that's the big X factor. I'll admit that. I want anyone to think I'm undercutting Kansas City. I love Andy Reid. One of my life goals is to go to a drive-through donut shop with Andy Reid, okay? I absolutely want to get the pink box with Andy Reid. And as much as I don't love Patrick Mahomes, I think he's great. I don't know. He's quite frankly, I don't know what he votes, and I don't think it agrees with me. But I don't love watching him off camera or off the field, but on the field, he is a champion. And I like Travis Kelce. He's a good old boy, but I think an actual good old boy. So I'm not rooting against him to be cynical or above it all, Steve. I just think this is it. This is the year for Buffalo.
This is the year for Buffalo. A lot of people, the entire universe outside of Kansas City agrees with you, or at least their heart agrees with you, because I think everybody wants to see someone other than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So
I get it. All right. So that one's the easy one, Steve. That's the easy one.
That's the easy one. Game number 2. This is the early game on Sunday. The Washington Commanders head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are a 6.5-point favorite at home.
All right. I have been thinking all week about this one, Steve. I got people like you, my buddy Hal Lublin, my old friend Corey, Eagles fans, and they wear it on the sleeves. You wear it on your sleeve, okay? I'm really, really, if I was watching it, I'd be afraid of the Eagles. Barkley's amazing. I love watching when like a running back just has that one big season. I'm not saying he's not going to have a big season next year, but that one season where you're like, oh, this is this guy's year. It's an insane year he's having. It's almost video. People use video game quality or video game plays. That 78-yard run, and there was that shot of him just going, watch this, and he does. Next level. The thing to realize here is I think there was a little stumble. There was a door open for the Rams in Philly. And Washington has now moved past they're having a great year that was a surprise to, for me, This feels like fate and unreal and a storybook. I don't like Washington's defense versus the Eagles. Barkley might run for 250. I'd take that prop bet of 220. A safe prop bet of Barkley run at 220. Every time you cut to Jaden Daniels on the sideline, if it's a close game, the dude looks like he just woke up from a nap. He does not care. He is special beyond just what he does on the field. It's what he does there in the sidelines. They believe in him. This year. Steve, it breaks my heart to tell you this. Washington's going to upset. Now, my worry is that point spread, that I might get screwed by this, but I can't worry about that. For my buddy Mark Ellis, my buddy Eddie Pence, Molly the Wonder Dog staring down at Washington on the football field. I've counted out Washington before. I shall not count them out again. Washington with the biggest upset of the NFL season.
It's official. We are taking Washington in the NFC Championship game. My heart is broken, but I understand the logic. I agree with everything you said about Jaden Daniels. That's the best. I mean, I've been watching football for a very long time now, and that is probably the best rookie quarterback I've ever seen.
I'm talking about in a rookie season, right?
Yeah.
We're not talking about Marino's second season. We're not talking about Jeff George's ninth season. We're talking about in a rookie season, not just stats, but what he brings to the table. It is unworldly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this makes CJ Stroud's year last year look like typical. I mean, it's
yes.
You see this once every generation of rookie quarterbacks really performing this well, and the fact that he's also like, I just full disclosure, I don't want to dox myself. I live in the area for the Commanders. This is the local team for me. I'm in enemy territory. This place is insane with Commander hype and lore, and everyone is going nuts.
What's the gate code? Is there a gate code? Everyone is going nuts.
So I'm super happy for like the folks around here and everything. Of course, I want them to lose horribly because they're a division rival, and I'm rooting for my Eagles. Personally, 6.5 is way too much. I think that's way too many points. I think
that's a word.
If I was betting on this, I'm going to bet on this game. Full disclosure, but don't gamble. Do not
gamble, kids.
Just jelly beans is what I'm betting.
Do not gamble.
But 6.5 points is way too much. So Washington is a good pick here. I think if the Eagles win, I'm predicting a 4-point win as my homer biased self. I think the Eagles defense is really, really good. Vic Fangio knows how to make adjustments. This game, I think, comes down to can Jalen Hurts can Jalen Hurts do it? Is he healthy enough to do it? Can he make plays when Barkley is getting stuffed? That's going to be it.
That is and look, I'm a Tua guy, and sometimes you just can't help the injuries. And I'm not saying Hurts is injury prone, but he's had one of those years. And who's your guys? Pickett's but he was hurt last week too.
Pickett's a backup. Tanner McKee is the third string quarterback.
Okay,
a lot of potential there. People really like Tanner McKee. He's your typical really, really, really tall dude who throws darts. He knows how to throw slants to AJ Brown, so that is a good skill to have.
Love it. All right, there you go. That's the picks, everybody. Steve, thank you for that. I'm not rooting against you. I'm just rooting for someone else. Okay? That's what we're doing.
Understood. It was fun. Thank you so much, Ken. Appreciate it.
All right.